All right, dudes, we are back, and we are about to start the plant mission. We've just completed the tanker, where we saw Solid Snake infiltrate the Discovery, and suddenly under siege by these Russian soldiers, Gorlukovich, and of course Revolver Ocelot, who stole the Metal Gear Ray and framed our boy Solid Snake. And so the intro of this is going to set up how all of it was lied about in the media.
Tanker 2 years ago.
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
So this is essentially where the real game begins. Everything from the tanker mission was really just to set up the scenario for this big event that's going to be happening at the Big Shell. And this is the stage for a pretty epic infiltration mission.
$30 billion. What makes
Love a
them
good
think they can get
infiltration
that much?
mission.
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Okay, a few things that whole scenario sets up there. First thing, it's pretty awesome. Okay, kind of familiar, you know, soldier sneaking up on a base, using a kind of a diving infiltration. Hey, a little familiar. It looks an awful lot like what happened with Metal Gear Solid 1, right? Two, the skull suit. Really cool design. The breather, the rebreather, doesn't work in real life though. I did get my diving certification, so I asked about this. Of course I did. I was very curious because I love all this cool spy gadget stuff. But unfortunately, there was a guy on YouTube that made a rebreather like this, but he only got about 60 seconds of actual oxygen out of it. So they do have like these emergency rebreathers that you can use, you know, but only for emergency situations. They only get you about 60 seconds of oxygen. Also, take note while we're in here. Oh, now we're getting here we can get a pretty good view, a close-up view, so you can really see it. Great design. I think going with the skull kind of a look, and then having the rib cage kind of style metal rib cage like that, really cool design. I want to do like a breakdown of the character design of Metal Gear Solid. Note the roaches, and also if you go to first-person view, check this out. You can see through the goggles. You get that kind of like orange glow as if you're really looking through the goggles. As far as top 10, locations to infiltrate, I would say a subway, or a sub hangar is pretty high upon that list, okay? Maybe a tank hangar and a sub hangar, okay? I'm with it. With these environments, I'm an artist, I'm a game developer, so I like to take my time. You're going to notice me taking a little extra time. More time than some others might take, for example, to explore, to look around, to find a lot more of the hidden secrets, to see the stuff that nobody else would show you. Because it's one of my favorite things about this series is really taking your time to look around. And because it's stealth, it's kind of like it relaxes me a little in those moments when I know that I'm safe. It's nice to actually take a quick moment to like look around and actually explore a little bit, see all the nooks and crannies, find all the connecting points. Like you might not have even noticed that little ventilation shaft, but I did. And so, well, now you know it's there. Once you know it's there, you can't unsee it. Also make a note that there's a lot of lockers in here, and there are also, as I said, we're going to need to pick up rations. We're not Snake anymore. We're a new guy, obviously. He's got like blonde hair. He doesn't sound like Snake. This is not the same dude. So we got to get all new rations, all new equipment. We have no weapons. All we got is a couple of rations, basically, at this point. And, what is this computer console here? I guess it doesn't do anything, but it's a nice detail. Because I guess they would have stuff like that. I think as a game developer, as a concept artist, and as somebody who designs environments, like you have to think a lot about how the people who live in that base. Like, what would they need? What would they see? You know? Wait, there's a dude over there. He looks like he's wearing a Russian outfit, too. A Gurlukovich man?
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gurlukovich man.
Gurlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
There's only one thing to do. Let's follow him. I know I promised you a really good playthrough, but dude, it's been a really long time since I've seen these locations. I don't remember a lot of what I'm seeing here. Man, somebody's going through just wiping the floor. What? Snake?
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton Radar.
The Soliton Radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Okay, no messing around. I'm going straight for it, dudes. I promised you a good playthrough. I'm not gonna fuck this up.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Or because it's a stealth game, they don't want you just grabbing an AK-47 and turning it into Call of Duty. You could just say that. Doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't have much of a reason to sneak around if you got yourself a freaking automatic rifle. right out of the gate in the first room. What's this? Okay, so dudes, this makes no sense at all. Like, why? Why do I gotta enter a name at this node? And then, of course, birth date. I think they use this for... there was something where, like, if you play on your birthday, something happens or something like that. Let's see here. We're from the USA. Don't worry about that other stuff. And then, of course, they give you, like, options. Like, you could turn the blood off. Why here? Is this like a menu? Anyway, it's another one of those weird, zany things that you just never see in any other game. I don't know why it's here.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission
You
was in an
brought my
accident.
girlfriend
Rosemary was brought in
on a
as replacement.
sneaking mission?
Accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
Everybody's just so polite.
I just switched frequencies. Jack,
what?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
Oh, God.
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Okay, Jack, you need to break up with her immediately. She is manipulative and overbearing. This is not the grounds for a good relationship. I'm trying to save the president here and stop a damn near ecological disaster. And you brought my
Raiden,
girlfriend?
The enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere
Campbell
to hide
needs to be
until the
fired,
elevator
too, for this
arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Rose, in a lot of ways, is the worst part about this game. Wait, oh shit.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Stay on the lookout.
I'm pretty sure I can hide in here for a little while until shit cools off. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, this is kind of a tense moment. Okay, elevators here though. We're still going to wait until that radar cools off, until the alert cools off. So it was hard enough that, you know, we don't get to play a snake. This was a big surprise to everybody when we first got this. It was a big surprise and a bit of a letdown. You know, that was strike one. That really hit me right in the worst part of it. But then not only do we just get the switcheroo with Raiden, but also we get his nagging girlfriend. Some folks had some issues, but like really, Raiden doesn't bother me. It's Rose nagging you about her relationship stuff the whole time. That's the only part that sucks. Like, you don't want your woman to see what you do when you're on the sneaking mission. Like, choke this motherfucker out. I'm probably gonna get a call about that one. I'm gonna drag the body out of the way here. I don't want that other guy getting too nosy. You know what I'm saying? Now remember, we're not playing as the same dude. We gotta stock up on rations. We're gonna have to find a weapon around here somewhere. What if we get an M9? I'm gonna be very thorough here. Choke him out. Perfect stealth. Let's do it. Another one of my favorite games is Tenchu. Started on the PS1 also. There's no greater feeling than playing a stealth game and getting 100% perfect stealth. No greater feeling than completing the mission and they never even knew you was there. You're truly a shadow in every sense of the word. Oh, it's the best. Recently, man, Sekiro was really good too. And Ghost of Tsushima. Check out this epic intro. Of course, Raiden's got to get an epic intro too. So that's what he really looks like. I don't know what it is about Yoji Shinkawa and muscle butts. He's got to have muscle butts on every hero. It's like his thing.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Solid Snake is dead?
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
I think that Raiden's VR training was basically just that he played Metal Gear Solid 1 like 100 times.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
It's actually kind of a small stage, the whole base. It's not really a base, but it's kind of a small game, really.
First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Lots of story. You'll notice you don't have your Soliton Radar right away. You got to find one of those nodes. Once you find the node, then you get access to the Soliton Radar. That's the thing that allows you to be able to see where enemies are. Of course, if you walk over bird poop, you slip. And that can really, really screw you up if you're sneaking around. If you're trying to like get the drop on somebody, you slip on bird poop. Yeah, not cool. Not cool, man. You're also going to notice here that we can see ammo for a gun we don't have. In fact, we don't have much of anything. We just got a couple of items in our inventory. I really don't remember. Can you get up here? I think you can get up here. Let's take a look. So I'm going to jump into, let's see if we can use the scope here. And this is kind of cool because from up here you can kind of see a little preview a good chunk of the big shell. You know, I mean, this is gives you a sense of the layout of the land. It's kind of like at the beginning of a game, if you could look out and just see all of the bases you're gonna, you know, infiltrate and all that. You are gonna have a big fight in I guess it's like a big boss battle up on that big. It's a landing pad, like a helicopter pad up there, and then that's the center of the big shell. There's two large central cores of the shell, but it gives you a little preview of what's to come. Now, I genuinely don't remember how to get in here. Like I said, it's been about a decade, and looks like that one's locked. I know I can't jump down that elevator again. That one's locked. Now, I think I could have gone to the other strut. This was a really nice contrast, by the way, to the Shadow Moses incident, because that was all like this snowy, cold environment. This is New York freaking city, right out in the river, or in the harbor there. So really nice setting, just kind of changes things up. Now, I genuinely don't remember how in the heck, how do I get in there? You gotta look around for the details here. I bet it's something... Oh, dudes. This is it right here. It's very subtle, but you can see that there's a hole cut in there. And of course, that's Campbell gonna call me to say, hey, look for the hole in the fence. Ooh. Thanks for the mission support.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Oh, it's top secret mission. I guess that's why you brought my girlfriend along. You probably got my mom on the codec too, and a couple other girls that maybe I dated in high school. Yeah, top secret mission. Thanks, Campbell.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
There's our node.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
I can't get any closer. There's one guy in the way. Security's too tight.
There's somebody there.
So that's how you do it. Basically, that's just there to teach you that you can use sound to distract guards, and they will walk towards the sound. And you got to use that a lot, man. A lot of distractions. And it also teaches you, hey, like play around with the AI, because these are some smart enemies. Smarter than whatever enemies you may have ever faced before in the history of games, which is true. So this is where that radar really comes in handy. You note that while you're sneaking around, you're hiding under desks and such, you can still see where they're looking. You can see their cone of vision on that Soliton Radar. So it's a very handy tool. It really mostly only works because it's the top-down thing, but there are times when it's like you can't see ahead of you. And we saw that in the tanker chapter. There are parts where it's like, I can't see anything, man. So having something like the Soliton Radar, super useful, you know, just to be able to see where enemies are. So through this part, I can't remember. All those doors to the south are locked, so there's no other way down there. I want to check all of these lockers, though, because, see, SOCOM ammo. Or, yeah, there's just ammo for it, but, like, I don't have a freaking SOCOM. So, it's a good preview, and it's a nifty trick, and it's something I've got to remember when I'm making my own game. It's like, give the player ammo for something exciting that they're going to get their hands on soon, so that they'll like it pulls you to the next room. It's like, yes, I want a SOCOM. I know what it is. I want to get a better weapon. I don't have anything right now, you know? And that's particularly stressful when, for example, you go into this next room like this and you see 2 guards. And it's like, I don't have any way to take these dudes out. So it's super stressful. But I'm thinking there's got to be a SOCOM around here somewhere.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang
That
over
flip
the
is
side.
nuts. Did you
Once
see
there,
that?
you
He doesn't
can
just
move
shimmy
sideways
over
while
the
keeping
fence.
Out of enemy sight.
Man.
All right.
He does a
I'm giving it
freaking
a try.
backflip and then
Don't
grabs on
forget
at the
grip
last second.
gauge. It will
Raiden's
keep
a
decreasing
fucking
during the
ninja.
hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Oh, yeah. That's some tasty drama. Tasty drama. Nothing like hearing the screams of soldiers to get you shaken in your boots. Okay, so the thing about this game is there's a big part of the game where you're just scoping it out. You're playing it extra cautious. You got to like look around, make sure you evaluate your surroundings. You know, you got to check to see, are soldiers, like, what is their walking path, you know? For example, is this motherfucker going to spin around? Yeah, like exactly like that. Like, you got to be ready to split. There's no reason why he shouldn't have seen me just now, by the way. I think because I'm playing on normal difficulty, but if you're playing on a harder difficulty, their view distance goes way up. So I think maybe I kind of dodged a bullet there because I'm playing on normal. But so the trick to this area that they don't tell you, but I know about, is that those plates, those dark plates that you can see are... Oh, there's that backflip. Those dark plates will make a stepping sound. So it's like a clink, clank, clink, clank. And that alerts these guards. So let's just hope that our grip gauge holds out long enough for us to get across. I think we're fine. I think we're good. You can actually level that up. Notice how the grip gauge says level 1. If you do like some pull-ups here, well, I'm not going to show you because I don't want to mess up. But you can actually upgrade that. Check that out. It flips right over it too. Raiden is basically a freaking ninja. But I'll tell you what. I don't have a weapon. I don't even have a gun. I don't have a sword. I got nothing. Okay? So I'm not going to fight those guys. Oh, this room. Okay, so this should look familiar. If you watch my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 1, which you totally should freaking do. Excellent game. Or if you played it, I recommend you play it. Maybe alongside with me. But this should awfully be familiar because there was a hallway where this ninja had basically wiped out a bunch of Jews. What a great storytelling mechanic. This whole sequence we're about to see does a really good job of like setting up the stakes, setting up how dangerous and just vicious these bad guys are. And we don't know much about who the bad guys are yet. We just know a little bit that they're called Dead Cell. That's about it. But once you see what they do to people, something like this is going to really set it up to show you the level of danger. I mean, that's just panic fire at that point. ghost.
Oh, no! No!
This is one of the most all-time, most epic villain intros. You see, like, the panic fire. You see the bodies flying all over the place. Blood strewn across the hallway. And then he just wipes the floor with these dudes. These freaked out soldiers. Mercilessly butchers them. Okay? Just shows you how vicious Vamp really is. Shows you who the bad guys really are. And like what you're up against. Keep in mind, Raiden has no weapon right now. Nothing. So the player is stepping into this situation, seeing all of this bloodshed, just merciless butchering of these soldiers who are badasses. They're SEALs. They're freaking Navy SEALs. And you're going to fight this guy with no gun? Nothing. The first time you see this, it puts you on edge.
What are you?
Five today. Or rather, 6.
Get down!
Oh yeah, to the rescue.
Where is he?
But who the heck is this guy? What the hell is he doing here? And why is he so ballsy? It kind of looks like he's just going to get iced like the other guys. But here's the thing. Why grab that rifle? Like, I thought they were all ID locked. It doesn't make any sense.
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
So he doesn't have an ID lock on it? What the hell?
Vamp,
Yeah, Queen?
are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit.
What did he smell like? Smells like shit? Smells like snacks?
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm
That
down.
voice.
My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Oh, dude, you're not fooling anyone. That's Snake. Look at that sly look out of the side of it. That's Snake. Come on. Come on.
How did you get in?
Come on.
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Uh-huh. Saw those roaches before.
Have I seen you before?
That suit.
Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
I played a lot of video games.
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80, advanced
VR, huh?
Dude, you just
But
played Metal Gear
realistic in every
Solid
way.
1. Like,
A
a lot.
virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Right. What's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that. What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
I'm kind of suspicious that he's still being affected by the
was that
fox
man
dye
just now?
from the first game.
That blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Nice. Now that's actually freaking useful.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The President is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
He's looking awfully suspicious. Why does he keep his radio on his back? Is that even useful?
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Snake is the ultimate badass. It pretty much just doesn't get any better, and we'll never have another one. So they do a really good job. Every hour or so, they reiterate who are the players, what's the setup, what's at stake here, like what's on the line, who else is involved and where is their positioning and who's their alliance. They also drip feed you little subtleties that make you wonder what's in the next room, what's going on next. And then, talk about frickin' stakes, raising the stakes. Look at how many people just frickin' died. They just wiped the floor. These guys are totally fucking insane. This vamp guy is probably superhuman, okay? Like, this isn't your Call of Duty type of a story. No. This is like some vampire shit going on. And they've got the freaking president, and they're going to blow this place up. Yeah. What is that? I keep hearing like a beeping sound.
Jack, it's me.
Everything okay, Rose?
Don't you need to save the mission data?
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh my god. It's starting. Rose, shut up. Just let me do the mission. Next, she's gonna tell me to check my ammo clip, and oh god.
Jack, do you remember?
Do I remember what? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose?
Yeah, just tell me what the fuck.
I'd rather you figure it out.
Oh god.
It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Okay, first of all, Solid Snake is dead? He's freaking dead? Well, if that's true, then who the heck is this guy? Who's this guy? Huh? Looks like Snake. Fights like Snake. Sounds like Snake. Who the heck is that guy? And then second of all, Jack, you need to break up with her. immediately. Okay, dudes. Now I know this is not, I'm not here to give you relationship advice, but I'm going to tell you something, ladies. Don't play this do you know what next week is game. That's some bullshit. Just fucking say it. Just fucking say it. Hey, next week is our anniversary. We should plan something. I don't know, maybe being a little bit more direct, because your boyfriend is out on a mission to save the fucking country, to save the world, possibly, okay? From an ecological disaster. He's on a sneaking mission. The last thing he needs on his mind right now is to play mind games, to try to guess at whatever the heck is on your mind. That is no way to conduct yourself as a girlfriend or as a mission analyst. And I'll tell you what, shit don't work out between Rose and Raiden. And you don't need me to give you a spoiler alert to tell you that, because their shit's broken. Dude just witnessed a guy suck blood out of another guy's neck, okay? After he slaughtered 20 dudes or so, okay? Dude's gotta save the president, okay? He doesn't need to be wondering what's next week. Rose needs to be dating an accountant, or like a bank teller, or somebody with a normal job, not a top secret foxhound agent. And she sure as shit shouldn't be a mission analyst dropping personal information and personal feelings into the mission like this. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Somebody's got to be accountable. Okay, so let's check all the lockers here, back onto the mission. We're going to just make sure we got a good idea of, like, I don't want to miss anything. You know what I'm saying? I know there's something else in here, though. Look at how crisp that texture is. Feels like Blue Point really did like an extra little texture rendering on just that part of the texture there. There's some textures in here that look like the original PS2 textures. Now, Blue Point games, to give you a little bit of insight, they're mostly known. Now, for those of you who don't know, Blue Point games, for a while, they really just did remasters. Like, they took PS2 games and they ported them over, so they'd be pretty seamless. We've got some stuttering, but for the most part, pretty seamless. They're most known lately for two incredible remasters. They redid Shadow of Colossus, astoundingly gorgeous. And then they redid, by the way, they keep all the same exact gameplay code and everything. But then they recently redid Demon Souls. Same thing, same treatment, exact to the letter, the same code. The AI isn't any better or anything like that. Demon Souls on the PS5, cherry. But when we look at this stuff, this was early days of Blue Point. Well, I want to say early days, but like, yeah, I'd say fairly early days of Blue Point games. This was a big contract for them. It probably made their studio. Dudes, check this out. Check out this texture. It's got parallaxing on it. So that's like an alpha channel cutout. So we really get a sense that it's got depth to it. Dude, here's the thing. As a game developer, like you work with these incredible limitations. So when you see something very clever and subtle, where an artist just put in like that little cherry on top, that little extra bit of love, it really stands out. I love the lighting in this room. I love the lighting in this whole game. It's somehow, for some reason, it's got this like ambient occlusion going on. They did some fancy little tricks. Dudes, I know there's a bomb around here somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Every now and then I hear that little beeping. Where the fuck is it? Somewhere around here. Again, it's been a little while. I bet it's behind one of these doors. It's not a locker. I gotta like close it from standing out front. Yep. Bam. Not much we can do about that though. Right now anyway. It's a buh. And we got no way to shut down a buh right now. So we're gonna have to ignore it for now. We'll come back. Just make a mental note. There's a buh behind that wall. Okay, let's move on. So Campbell kind of warned us about that. He did say that the terrorists have planted bombs all over this big shell facility. And if it blows, there's going to be a big ecological oil spill, which I don't really believe, because if you remember the Discovery, which is why they built this thing, when the Discovery sank, that tanker, they say that they built this to clean up the oil spill. But there was no oil in that thing. So what the hell is this thing for? The whole thing stinks. Oh yeah, bring in that saxophone, baby.
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her.
Is she the one they call Fortune?
So Fortune and Vamp, clearly he calls her Queen. Yeah, see, there you go. Bam. Queen, that's Fortune and Vamp from Dead Cell. There's one other guy, Fat Man.
Don't let them take the president!
Fat Man.
Ready grenades! A dud!
Interesting character design. I don't know why she's wearing a U.S. Navy swimsuit. I guess Dead Cell was part of the U.S. government, or they were working for the U.S. government for a while, so they would have U.S. issued weapons. How is she dodging them bullets, though? Oh, bam! I was so disappointed you don't get a rail gun in this game. You can't use that gun. You can't get it. I was kind of disappointed about that. But technically, it wouldn't be very easy to implement. You can't go around blasting holes in a game wall like that. Those dudes will probably survive. I mean, it's gonna hurt, you know, no question, but that's like 30 stories. 30, yeah, maybe 30 stories. That bird ain't gonna make it.
I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Here's the thing, without that saxophone, that's just some drama bullshit, man. If you're kind of a dramatic person and you're not like funny or anything, just carry around like a saxophone soundtrack on your phone and just play that whenever you're waxing philosophical or saying something super deep.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to Simulation 2?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
Okay, dudes, here's the thing. There's two parts to a man's brain. There's the part that's capable of all the pillow talk and all the sweet sentiments that you'd love to hear. And then there's the parts of the man's brain that's got to get the fucking job done. Okay? You're gonna get Jack killed. He's fighting some lunatics, man. What were you thinking, Campbell? Okay, so we got to find this bomb disposal pro, whoever the hell that guy is. He's in Strut C, which happens to be right there. Let's first pull up our map. Have I shown you this before? I don't think I did. Anyway, it doesn't give us a whole lot more information, other than that we get an idea of the full layout of the whole big shell facility, okay? But this is what I actually wanted to do. I needed to call Rose. Oh, God. They make you call Rose. This is why people hated it, because you got to call her to save.
What's up, Jack?
Like, don't make me check in with her. You know what I mean?
Rose,
like,
are you okay?
oh God,
Yes,
don't,
thank you.
don't.
It really scared me at
don't,
first, but I
dude.
think I've gotten used to it. I'll be behind you all the way, so
Glutton
don't
for
worry.
punishment.
I guess women really are strong.
Not quite. It's not women that are strong. It's me.
And she's so humble
Just as
too.
long as I can count on you.
Actually, that's not true. It still scares me to death. But I'll be strong. I'll try. For you. Good luck.
Until I have to choke a motherfucker out or cap a fool, okay? And then you're going to give me a lecture about how maybe I should have been more sensitive and talked nicer to them. Don't bring your girlfriends on top secret Foxhound missions, okay? Okay, so next episode we're going to find this bomb disposal pro. We're going to rescue the president and get the package. Oh man, check that out. Phew, totally blew that bridge. But anyway, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. I know I'm going to keep the Rose interactions to a minimum to save us all, to spare us all. Look at those details. There's like steam escaping. It was real nice. Anyway, okay, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.